So since using TeamGantt, we've tripled our business. It's allowed us to just grow our customer base and our team. Without TeamGantt, we wouldn't have been able to manage and keep it all happening in a timely manner.
All right. Hey, Dom, thanks a lot for joining us today.
Absolutely, Nate. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, sure. All right. Can you tell us all a little bit about your role at Rosedale Roofing and the types of projects and clients that you work with?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm the vice president here at Rosedale Roofing, and we're a commercial roofing company. We specialize in larger warehouse type projects, but we do all types. We do small projects, retail buildings, office buildings, warehouses, distribution centers. Yeah, we've worked with some of the largest companies in the world, um, Pepsi and Coca-Cola, those sort of companies. So yeah, we work on large jobs, and that's what we prefer to do.
So, Dom, how many employees are in Rosedale Roofing?
So yeah, here at Rosedale Roofing, we have over 120 employees, and we handle everything from estimating, project management, ordering materials, to installation of the roof systems. But yeah, there's over 120 men and women that work here that help us get the project done on a daily basis.
That's awesome. Very good. And how long have you been using TeamGantt?
Well, we've been using TeamGantt, I want to say, for the last 10 years. So yeah, we've over that time, our team has changed and has grown. But TeamGantt's been able to really help us with all the different moving parts, kind of stay on a consistent playing field. And since we all work off of it, it's easy if a person leaves or moves positions, we're able to still kind of keep a good history of what happened and kind of where things were left and how to pick up and keep moving forward.
And what would you say is, the reason that you guys use something like TeamGantt? Why is that important to your projects?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we just have so many projects, and at the scale we're running, we just need a system that we can all work off of, to help us know where everything is at any given time. There's just so many different statuses, different, whether it be our crews, whether it be materials, whether it be contracts, billing. There's so many different departments and teams, and we all kind of need to know where we are, and we all kind of can't tell each other where we are every minute. So having a system that we can use like TeamGantt that allows us all to jump in there, kind of leave our notes, update our tasks, give percentages. We can kind of work together to be able to see where things are and keep a consistent understanding for our teammates and for our customers.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, before you started using TeamGantt, what types of challenges did you run into?
Yeah, I think before TeamGantt, I think there was a lot of things that potentially could have got lost in the shuffle with things. We all kind of can get a call and something can be a priority, and we jump to it, and then maybe we lost track of what we were on, or maybe something else came in during that time. So for us, it just became that the workflow can be at such different rates at different times, and at that point, you're really relying on what everyone can remember or what they can do. Which is great, but you really need a place where you can kind of set things down, kind of get all your thoughts out, get what you need, and then move on, work on a task, and then be able to circle back. I think additionally, as you work with a group of people, you can get things in and other people can see what the needs are and be able to jump in and move things forward instead of it relying on a single person.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, especially at your guys' scale with as many people as you have working there and the types of projects you're doing.
Yeah.
Would you say TeamGantt has helped you scale the business? Would you have been able to scale without something like TeamGantt in place?
No, TeamGantt has definitely helped us scale. I don't know if we could have without. There's a lot of people that have been here and worked, and maybe they moved into a different department, or maybe they left altogether and a new person came in. So for us, if we didn't have a systematic way of keeping track of everything, of having processes to handle things, I think we would have had a lot of setbacks. And I don't think we'd be as efficient as we are now, and unsure if we would be able to keep as many clients happy. So for us, yeah, I don't think we would have grown to this point without a system like TeamGantt for sure.
And what's that do to the end game with your clients? Like, how can they see the difference between you guys in how you operate versus someone that's more reactive and you guys are more proactive?
I would say that most of our clients say that we're very responsive, and we can even try to figure out maybe what they're going to ask us next or what they're going to need from us. So kind of knowing that, we're able to try to get a jump on that and get out ahead. So a lot of times we can either respond quickly or respond even before they ask, because we kind of know where the thing is headed. And once you've done a bunch of projects, you kind of can get different trends of what's going to happen, and where things are going to go. But yeah, it's definitely helped us figure that out ahead of time.
That makes sense. So do you feel like because you're able to be more proactive, has that helped you grow the business and scale the business because of customer satisfaction and customers building trust in you, saying, okay, I know when I go to Rosedale Roofing, Dom and the team there are going to be on top of it, and they trust you more, so then you end up do you get more repeat business because of that?
Yeah, I would say that utilizing TeamGantt has definitely been what helps us continue to kind of grow, just by being able to execute on what we want to do and doing it at a high level. We just see people being satisfied with that, and giving us more opportunities. Our industry is a little unique in that most people, when they think of a roof, will think of their house. So kind of marketing can be a little trickier for us because we aren't as interested in the shingle roof home. So for us, the network is a bit smaller, and by doing a good job, that can kind of carry a lot of weight, and that gets around. So for us, just really being able to focus on doing a great job is definitely what helps us grow our business.
So Dom, why did you decide to adopt TeamGantt, and what made TeamGantt different from the other tools that you were considering?
Yeah, so the reason we adopted the TeamGantt tool, definitely in the name, their team. We kind of have a team here. We have a team of estimators and project managers and superintendents. And for us, it was being able to find something that we can all use and work with. So we can all log in, we can see our projects specific to us, we can see what the team's working on, and we can really just see live updates. We can get the notifications, leaving notes, just everything that we need to be able to communicate and to be able to allow others to understand where we're at in the process has really been the reason why we utilize TeamGantt and use their product, which works so well for us.
All right, so I know you actually use TeamGantt to manage multiple aspects of your business. Let's start early with the estimating and bidding phase. Can you talk about how you use TeamGantt for that?
Yes, with TeamGantt, we manage all our estimates. We have a whole estimating team, and every request comes into a project within TeamGantt, and then we mark it down for what day a customer is looking for the estimate from us. So from that point, we have junior estimators and we have senior estimators. A junior estimator will do an initial takeoff, whether it's downloading the plans, reviewing photos or project documents, and then begins doing a takeoff. From that point, they'll kind of mark a project once they start working on it. And once they kind of have it to completion, it goes to about 50 to 55% complete. From there, a senior estimator will know that a project is kind of ready for them to start working on it. So they'll take the estimate and they'll kind of review the takeoff and then begin to look at more technical details and information, maybe pricing as well. And they'll begin to kind of put that all together and confirm that what the customer is looking for will meet a manufacturer's requirements or maybe a project-specific requirements. And then from there, we'll draft a proposal and then we'll kind of send it out to the customer. We also kind of use, once we send an estimate, we can kind of move a task to another project, and can be like a follow-up process once we've sent it. So yeah, it's a great way for us to kind of get all of our estimates in one place. We begin to use colors to kind of code what different things are. So we utilize green for an existing project that needs a new roof, and blue will be a new project that's being built from the ground up. But we also get requests for quotes on projects we already are under contract with. So we utilize yellow and red for those sort of requests as well. So it's really a great way to see all new incoming leads and how much needs to get done in a given week. And then it also kind of lets us know what percent it is, and anyone can jump in here and kind of know exactly how the estimating team is doing.
All right, so inside of each one of those tasks on the calendar, is there anything in particular tracking inside of that?
Yes, we can go click right onto a task here, and we can utilize URL links. So anything that maybe a customer is requesting, we can kind of leave a link to that, and then we can also see maybe if there's any specific request or information that someone spoke with the customer about that we know that we need to price up for them. So we can leave those notes here, and then as we're reviewing the project, we can keep referring back to see if there's things that need to be handled that maybe weren't discussed in the initial request.
All right, so we covered estimating, and so now we want to dig into a little bit more on the project management side of each project. Dom, can you tell us a little bit about how you manage your projects with TeamGantt?
Yeah, TeamGantt helps us really manage our projects. We have a project template that we start with, and then once we have won a project, we kind of duplicate that and then begin to fill in the specific information. So for this project, St. David Church, we just kind of confirmed that the pricing from the estimate is kind of today's material pricing. From that point, we kind of review the contract to make sure it meets our estimate. Once we have that completed, we'll get a certificate of insurance and sign the contract and send that with the contract to our customer. At that point, if there's a deposit invoice that is needed, we'll kind of notify our accounting team and we'll mark that task as complete. From there, we'll put together a schedule of values based on the contract and the estimate, so we can see exactly what items are listed out for this project and what those costs are. From that point, we can bill off of that schedule. We'll kind of confirm that we have a spreadsheet, so material list for our purchase agent, and at that point they'll go through and begin to order the materials for the roof system and know exactly what's needed. From there, we'll put together a warranty. So we go into the manufacturer for the roof system and key in the project, and they verify that the system we've entered matches their requirements. If on larger projects, we may ask for an assembly letter just to confirm that the attachment rates meet their requirement. From there, we'll put together a submittal package that kind of matches what our contract is, and we'll send that to our customer. They'll review that and confirm that the system that we have quoted meets what they're looking for. And from that point, once it becomes approved, then it can get handed off to the material ordering phase. So for us, it's really important to kind of go through each one of these steps. If we do one before the other, we can get out of sequence. So if we begin to order materials before we have an approved submittal, there may be something that comes back that was rejected and now we can't use it. So for us, TeamGantt's really given us the ability to organize our tasks so that something doesn't get out ahead of another system or team. And then from there, we're able to make sure everything stays on track and runs smoothly.
Yeah. And then you also utilize calendar view, is that right? For you, it seems like maybe you set it up this way. You do the scheduling, and then someone from the team, when they go to look and see what they need to do this week, they go to calendar view. Is that right?
Yeah. So right from here, once we have all our projects in and we have them scheduled, then we really, from a daily, weekly basis, will then go to the calendar view, and it shows us kind of each day based on our current schedule what needs to be done. So for us, we can go right there and begin to work on those and know that these are the tasks that need to be done first. So you can see there's a lot of tasks here for us to do, but these are the ones that need to get done before we can do the other ones.
All right, good. So then last one would probably be crew scheduling, right?
Yeah. So we kind of utilize the group as the crew, and then the tasks are the jobs. And then we can see if a job's running ahead or behind, how that looks. And then if a job gets moved out, maybe there's another job that could be started sooner. So it just gives us a visibility of seeing each one of our crews, where they're working, when a project will be complete, if a project's overrunning with each other. And sometimes in those regards, we may even need to split the crew to half the crew can kind of finish this project while the next one is taking care of the following project. But it allows us to see that we have a consistent workflow, and we can then also see if there's any gaps kind of coming up in our schedule. And then we can begin to work to figure out what work should go in those gaps in our schedule.
Awesome. Don, thanks so much for jumping on and doing this and sharing your knowledge. I know you've been in the industry a long time and you've seen a lot, and it's very helpful. So we appreciate it.
Absolutely, Nate. Thanks for having us. Love using TeamGantt.